Hey Jordan, this is Colton with North Island Nissan, and behind me I have our 2019 Nissan Qashqai. This is the S all-wheel drive model. In 2019 I actually own a 2017 model myself, so I don't actually have a few of the safety features that are on this model. There's some really nice ones on here like the forward emergency braking, which actually saves you 10% off your basic insurance, so you will be saving a little bit on insurance because of that. They do have the nice aluminum alloy wheels, so even on the S model they didn't put the steel wheels with hubcaps on here, so it's a nice looking vehicle inside and out. It does have heated seats and a backup camera, but I will go over some of those other features when I come around to the driver's side of the car. I will give you a quick shot of the interior here. I love the steering wheel in the Qashqai. It's a really cool steering wheel in it. Nice clean cloth interior. It is a manual seat for these models. They do have blind spot warnings on the inside of the mirrors. There's one on the far other side as well. Those will light up if somebody's in your back corner, whether they're on the right side or the left side on a double lane road. I did want to show off there are some bush scratches on this one. This could be a good thing if you're looking to take it out and you don't want to be the one to put the first scratch in it. They're not like super deep. We did actually get it cut polished. I don't even know if you can see them. But they definitely show up there, and gosh, I can't even see them on my screen. Hopefully you can see them. There's one there that kind of goes down there. They're definitely not going all the way through the paint, but there are a few. They definitely go down the side of it, so it did get taken down a bush. There's one right there as well, and it's kind of brushed up there. So they're not super bad. They're not all the way through the paint, but there are some scratches on it there. It's got that all-wheel drive on the back. I'll show you back here real quick. And so this is really nice for myself. So for myself, I actually have a German Shepherd dog that I have sit in the back here. He goes mountain biking and stuff with me. And this panel system works really well. So we've got the two panels here. You get the storage space underneath them. And you can also shuffle them around a little bit. So if you have, say, some groceries or anything round that could be rolling around, you could actually put that one up like that, create a little divide there, keep it in there. Say if you have 4 bags of groceries, you can stack them all in there so they're not going to be falling anywhere. So that part's really nice. You can put them flat on the bottom level, just below here, if you need more space up and down. I just keep them on this level though, and it's really nice because my dog, I've got a cargo mat to try and help with the dirt and hair back here a little bit. My dog Akon sits on top, and it's really nice because I get all the space underneath it, so I don't completely lose my cargo area with him sitting back here. I still get my jumper cables, and I've got my bike tire pump kind of sticking out of the side here. It worked out really well actually. As you can see, the seats do fold down. It's a 60-40 split, and they do fold down flush with these. I have slept in the back of the Qashqai a number of times. It is a little bit tight. I'm about 5'11". I definitely have to sleep diagonally in it. Probably couldn't fit 2 people in it, but I have slept back there with my dog a couple times. It works. It does the job. Doing it for 3 or 4 nights might be a little bit much, but it's not too bad. And then going around to the driver's side now, on the mirror here, I'll show you this actually since we're on the island. So they got the blinker here that'll turn on when you turn your blinker on, but they do fold in as a lot of vehicles do nowadays. So if you ever catch the ferry anywhere, you can fold them in so people can walk by and they're not going to bump into your mirror at all. And then going with a couple scratches, there's a little bit of a scuff here. And again, there's really light scratches in the paint that kind of go down the side of it. Again, I'm not sure how well you can see it. Looks like there's a little bit of a scuff on the handle there as well. And what else? A couple little ones here and a couple little ones down there as well. A few scuffs in it. So I would guess they're just bush scratches from driving down a narrow logging road there. Again, they're not too bad. They look pretty light, but they are there. I want to make sure you're aware of them, especially if you're coming down all the way from Victoria there. And I'm going to start it up real quick. So this one's got 20,744 kilometers on it. We've got the really nice steering wheel in it. I'm going to go to a wide angle lens here actually. It's got the flat bottom on it. So it actually gives you a little bit more room when you're getting in and out of the vehicle. This is the key for it here. You just click that button and it switches the key out. And so I'm going to turn the air conditioning off real quick. I'm going to zoom back in. So we've got the screen right in front of the steering wheel. You can have a number of different things displayed up here. This one here is for the, this one's for the fuel economy. There's trip information, your average speed, which is probably one of the most useless screens on here, I find. I don't really know why you want to know your average speed. There's settings where you can turn pretty much all of the safety features on and off, as well as change your clock, and you can set maintenance reminders and adjust a few different settings with it. There's warnings. Say if I open my door, it's going to pop up showing what door is open. That's kind of a nice one to have. We've got the 4-wheel drive. So this one's interesting to watch. Most of the time this car will actually stay in front wheel drive. It's an automatic all-wheel drive, so when it detects slippage it will put power to the rear wheels, and with this screen you can see what percentage of power it's actually putting to those rear wheels, which is really cool. I love having the screen up when I'm driving through snow, despite it almost always staying in front wheel drive, because that's where most of the traction is anyway, with the engine over top of those wheels. But it's definitely cool to watch. It will put a little bit of power to the rear wheels from a stop if you just get going, for the most amount of traction for acceleration, but it's an interesting one to watch. The tire pressure one's really cool as well. So Nissan has a feature called the Easy Fill Tire Alert. So this screen here will show you each individual tire pressure. You do have to drive for, I think, about 60 feet before it picks up all the tire pressures. It'll show you exactly what they're at, and then in the middle it'll show you the PSI that they should be at, which for the Qashqai is 33 PSI. If you have a low tire pressure, you can actually put the car into its accessory mode with the key, and then if you start to fill up the tire, it'll actually honk the horn when it's at the 33 PSI that it wants to be at. I've only used that feature once. I didn't talk about it for the longest time, then I used it, and now I absolutely love it because it made it so easy to check all 4 tires. So that's a really cool one. This is the screen I was trying to talk about initially. So this one's for the safety features. So again, we've got the little amber lights on the inside of the mirrors here for the blind spot warnings. This screen acts as an extra visual for it. So you got the triangles on the side. That forward rectangle is for the forward emergency braking. So if somebody stops right in front of you, up to 2 vehicles, Nissan has their intelligent forward emergency braking, so they take it a little bit further, but it can stop or detect up to 2 vehicles in front of you. If they come to a stop, it'll first give you an audible warning. If you still don't have your foot on the brake, it's able to fully apply the brakes, hopefully avoiding an accident altogether, if not at least mitigating the amount of damage in one. What else have we got? We do have an all-wheel drive lock, so you can lock it into all-wheel drive down there. There is an eco mode for the vehicle as well if you want a little bit better fuel economy. There is tilt and telescopic on the steering wheel, so it can move up and down and in and out. I personally have really long legs and a really short torso, so I slide the seat way back, and then I pull the steering wheel a little bit closer. We've got a nice big touchscreen display. This one I don't have in my car either. They updated the screen since my model. They've got a backup camera on it. It's got the wheel trace control, so as you turn the steering wheel, those orange lines will move, kind of showing you where you're pointing as well. So it makes it really easy to first get used to a backup camera if you're not used to having one, as well as just lining up for parking spots. There's Bluetooth calling and audio, and you also have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto for this one. So if you've got a smartphone, whether it's Apple or Android, you can plug it into the USB port in the front, and you can actually pull your phone screen up to the screen on the dash. You can pull up, you can open up like Spotify, so it's a little bit more intuitive for the music instead of just using the Bluetooth for it, where you can only skip forward and back. You can open up Google Maps, and the navigation for it works awesome. They did a really good job with that. And then a few other features, your messaging and phone book, you can access easily as well. On the gear shifter here, they added a nice leather wrap to it. I really like this wrap that they added to it instead of just having the plastic slider, because those always end up getting dirty. So you can keep this nice and clean with the leather wrap on there. Pretty straightforward here, but there is a manual mode, so when you're in drive, you can push this to the left. It's going to shift you into the manual mode. It'll show you what gear you're in up there, and shift up, you just move up a gear. To shift down, you pull it down a gear. If you want to go back into automatic, you just slide it back to the side there. And then we've got our heated seats right in front of the center console here. Nice big center console. There is a fast charging port in there, as well as a regular 12-volt outlet like we've got up here as well. Whew, I think that's mostly everything. Sorry for the really long video. I tried to be pretty thorough with it since you're coming up from quite a ways there, making your trip up from Victoria. If there's anything else at all that you want to see in this car, just let me know. I tried to go over most of the damages and everything I could that I can find. I'm just going to double check the hood real quick, because I don't think I looked at that at all. I was mostly on the sides. I think that I saw, yeah, the hood looks pretty good and everything. So if there is anything else on this car that you want to see, let me know. I'll be more than happy to put another video together for you. But I do hope you enjoyed this one. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.